Welcome to our latest video, where we delve into the recent seismic shift in the U.S. energy landscape under Trump's administration. Following the abrupt termination of clean energy funding and the rescission of over 70 climate initiatives, we explore the implications of declaring a national energy emergency and revoking electric vehicle mandates. Join us as we analyze the suspension of wind power projects, the reevaluation of grid modernization investments, and the anticipated legal challenges, all while noting the resilience of state-level climate initiatives that continue to fight for a greener future. 1. Termination of clean energy funding. One of the first major actions taken by Trump was to halt the disbursement of funds allocated for clean energy projects. By issuing an executive order, Trump effectively froze hundreds of billions of dollars that were set aside under the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. These funds were earmarked for renewable energy initiatives, which included solar, wind, and other sustainable energy sources. The freezing of these funds has left numerous projects in limbo, affecting not only the companies involved but also the communities and workers who were counting on these developments. It's akin to a highway suddenly being blocked, leaving vehicles stranded with no clear path forward. The economic ripple effect is likely to be felt across the nation, stalling progress in sectors that were gearing up for a green revolution. 2. Rescission of over 70 climate initiatives. Within the first week of his return, Trump rescinded more than 70 of Biden's climate initiatives. These initiatives were designed to combat climate change and promote clean energy, aiming to reduce carbon emissions and encourage innovation in sustainable technologies. For instance, initiatives that incentivized solar panel installations and electric vehicle purchases are no longer in effect. It's as if a gardener, after planting seeds and nurturing them for growth, suddenly stops watering and caring for the plants. The reversal of these policies signals a stark departure from the previous administration's environmental goals, raising concerns among environmentalists and clean energy advocates. The rescission of these initiatives not only hinders progress but also sends a message of uncertainty to investors and stakeholders in the green energy sector. 3. Declaration of national energy emergency. Trump declared a national energy emergency, a move that allows for the suspension of environmental regulations and accelerates approvals for fossil fuel projects. This declaration deprioritizes renewable energy development and shifts the focus back to traditional energy sources like coal, oil, and natural gas. Imagine a school that suddenly decides to focus solely on teaching traditional methods, ignoring modern technology and innovation. The declaration has raised eyebrows and sparked debates about the long-term impact on the environment and public health. By expediting fossil fuel projects, the administration aims to boost domestic energy production, but at what cost to the planet? Critics argue that this short-term gain could lead to long-term environmental degradation. 4. Revocation of electric vehicle mandates. The Trump administration revoked Biden's electric vehicle mandate, which aimed to make half of all new vehicle sales electric by 2030. This change shifts the focus back to traditional fuel vehicles, impacting automakers who had started pivoting towards electric models. It's akin to a sports team changing its game plan mid-season, leaving players scrambling to adjust. The revocation of this mandate has implications for the automotive industry, which had been investing heavily in electric vehicle technology. Consumers, too, are left in a state of confusion about the future of transportation and energy efficiency. The move has also sparked concerns about America's ability to compete in the global market for electric vehicles, where other countries are making significant strides. 5. Suspension of wind power projects. An executive order from Trump halted federal leases for offshore wind power and paused permitting for all wind projects, both offshore and onshore. This suspension is pending further environmental and economic impact reviews. It's like putting a hold on a construction project just as the foundation is being laid. The suspension affects numerous projects that were in various stages of development, potentially delaying the growth of wind energy in the U.S. Proponents of wind energy argue that this pause could hinder efforts to diversify the nation's energy portfolio and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Meanwhile, opponents of wind power see this as an opportunity to reassess the environmental and economic impacts of such projects. 6. Reevaluation of grid modernization investment. Trump's administration has initiated a re-evaluation of the $8 billion investment in transmission modernization that was set in motion under Biden. This re-evaluation could potentially shift the focus toward fossil fuel infrastructure instead of modernizing the electric grid to accommodate renewable energy. It's like a city deciding whether to repair its aging roads or invest in a new public transit system. The outcome of this re-evaluation will have significant implications for the future of the nation's energy infrastructure. A shift back to fossil fuel infrastructure could undermine efforts to create a resilient and sustainable energy grid, affecting everything from energy reliability to economic competitiveness in a rapidly evolving global market. 7. Legal challenges anticipated. Trump's executive actions are expected to face legal challenges concerning the separation of powers, as they involve withholding funds that were previously approved by Congress for clean energy initiatives. The legal battles ahead resemble a courtroom drama where the stakes are high, and the outcome could set a precedent for future administrations. These challenges will likely focus on whether the executive branch has the authority to override congressional appropriations and alter the direction of national energy policy. The legal proceedings could take months, if not years, to resolve, creating a cloud of uncertainty over the future of clean energy initiatives in the U.S. Legal scholars and policymakers are closely watching these developments, as they could redefine the balance of power between the executive and legislative branches. 8. State-level climate initiatives persist. Despite the federal rollbacks, several U.S. states, including New York, California, and Rhode Island, continue to pursue aggressive climate policies and maintain their commitment to clean energy transitions. These states are like resilient plants that continue to grow despite harsh conditions. They have set ambitious targets for reducing carbon emissions and increasing renewable energy usage, positioning themselves as leaders in the fight against climate change. State-level initiatives include investments in solar and wind power, as well as incentives for electric vehicles and energy efficiency programs. While the federal government's stance may have shifted, these states are forging ahead with their plans, providing hope and momentum for the clean energy movement. Their actions underscore the importance of local and state-level leadership in addressing global environmental challenges.